do? I should be an inside, surely.
Victor?
It isn't that Victor doesn't believe in God. It's just that they haven't been on speaking terms lately. Perhaps you could put in a good word for him.
That won't be very easy, I'm afraid. You see, Victor may, but I'm afraid I don't.
Don't what?
Believe in God.
So?
I don't believe in God. Of course, I used to believe in fairies and elves once upon a time. Used to believe in the SDP's economic policy. I'm afraid this last year I've had the most terrible crisis of faith. Everything crumbled. After 40 years ministering, it was most unnerving, I can't tell you. That is why this will be my last Christmas with the church. On January the 1st, I'm leaving to go and work in resins.
Resins?
Yes. Rising new company has offered me a position on the board. Very handsome salary. My time of life, it was manna from heaven. Oh, no, I can remember quite clearly when I first discovered God. It was September the 4th, 1951, and then I lost him again one day last summer. Woke up one morning in July. He was gone.
Make him sound like a hamster.
Grieves me more than I can say, but I have to go with my conscience. Faith is absolute or it's nothing at all. And when I look around and try to explain to someone like Mrs. Burridge, a young mother, barely 30. Most devout and reverent of Christians, a little boy aged 6. Last Monday, her husband left the house to fly to Munich on a business trip. He was going to be away 7 days, come back on Christmas Eve, so they could all attend midnight mass together. He never even got to the airport. Car collided with a petrol tanker, and he was burnt alive. The steering wheel. Words of comfort come hard, Mrs. Meldrew.
Well, there isn't much you can say, is there?
It's pitiful to see a woman with her appetite for living so absolutely crushed. And yet from somewhere she finds the strength to carry on with her life, which can't be easy. Working in that video shop all day long, dishing out death and destruction to amuse the masses. Perhaps you know her. It's quite near here, corner of Hogarth Avenue. Young girl with long blonde hair.
No, but then I very rarely go in this shop.
Hello.
Sounds as if they're back. Oh. Yes. Oh, you can get back to your computer now.
Oh, I am so sorry to be a bit morbid. Goodbye, Mr. Meldrew. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It's lovely to meet you.
I don't usually go around spreading doom and gloom in other people's houses.
Oh, don't worry about it. Goodbye.
Goodbye, and a very Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Don't. Whatever you do, just don't.
All right, then. I won't.
Don't know why I agreed. I said I wouldn't do it. I swore I wouldn't do it.
Well, why did you do it then?
Nothing short of a complete, total public humiliation in front of 500 cackling crows and the woman's right hour. Timothy play was more like the gospel according to the Marx Brothers.
If I get any of that before you guzzle it all back.
Swallow all my pride, every last ounce of dignity to dress up as the back half of a cow, and what do I find? The costume department's lost the front half. But not to worry, Mrs. Prowse to the rescue, with the front half of a giant rabbit left over from Easter. With any luck, no one will notice a difference.
That's not a bad drop of plonk for Great Aunt Joyce.
Ended up lumbering around the crypt like the results of some horrible vivisection experiment.
I'm still peckish. Do you want to heat up the rest of that bubble and squeak before we go to bed?
And that was a moving moment, wasn't it? When the angel of the Lord came down and said, "Bugger me, what the hell's happening here?" I've never seen such a cheapskate production. The three wise men were all cardboard cutters. I suppose you noticed that. Half the audience thought the stable was being invaded by the pirates from Captain Pugwash. And you would have thought at least they could have found a child's doll or something as a baby Jesus. That was the absolute limit. A marrow wrapped in swaddling clothes.
Oh, for goodness sake, shut up going on and on about the bloody thing. You've made your point. It was a complete disaster. Now let it rest. Who's that at this time of night?
I finished with amateur dramatics for life. I am straight.
Love.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We heard you come in, so we thought we'd just try and catch you.
Oh, Christ, come on in, have some sherry.
Oh, thank you. Oh, see what you mean about all your goblins.
Yes. How's your father? Oh, he's got a lot on his mind this Christmas, hasn't he? It's nice meeting him, in spite of all the mishaps. There we are. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Cheers.
That's what we came round for, actually. Not being irrelevant.
What's that?
My father's Christmas present.
Sorry?
The bottle of wine. Fortnum and Mason delivered it yesterday morning. I hope you don't mind us asking him to deliver it to you, but weren't exactly sure when it would arrive and didn't want to risk him spotting it. Would have tumbled it straight away.
Bottle of wine.
Being a collector, well, a fanatic, really, when it comes to his wine. Oh, he's been after this particular one for God knows how long.
Real stroke of luck that we found it, really. It's Chateau Chevenix Merceau, 1924. Incredibly rare.
He's got his 60th birthday coming up on the 28th, so it's a sort of big combined present for the two. Oh, it's amazing, really, isn't it? To think of a bottle of wine that's 10 years older than your father.
Amazing to think of a bottle of wine that cost you 850 quid.
Oh, shh! You don't have to keep shouting about the price.
I'll just get it for you.
What's that from next door? It's a bit late. We're out in the garden, isn't it? What do they want?
Victor, that very expensive bottle of wine that was sent to us by Great Aunt Joyce yesterday, it wasn't from Great Aunt Joyce and it wasn't for us.
Not from Great Aunt Joyce, but it's in the car. There's lots of love.
The card was from her. The wine was from a very expensive place in London. It belongs to Patrick and Pippa, and the couriers left it in our house for safe keeping. It cost £850. It's been perfectly preserved for over 60 years. And you've just poured the last drops in the bubble and squeak.
Right. Well, you better go in and apologize. And I'll go and rest my neck on a railway line. What are you doing?
Well, you fill it up again and stick the cork back in. A thing like this, nobody ever drinks it. You put it down in a cellar and just look at it. Now, with a bit of luck, nobody will notice the difference. Oh, bloody thing! Get me the funnel out of that drawer.
What are you doing now?
I'm sorry to be so long. We couldn't quite remember where we'd put it.
Oh, thanks. Now, guard that with your life.
Don't worry.
Now, we won't keep you any longer because I'm sure you're ready for your bed.
Yes, yes.
Thanks for the sherry.
Oh, not at all. A pleasure.
And Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas to you too. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.